Hey Libras, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Welcome to your July reading for when, or whenever you watch it, it doesn't matter. All right, let's get started. I come to you humbly, God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Libra collective needs to know? So, full disclosure, I already did this reading, but there was definitely interference in this reading, being that the Leo collective came in and said, my reading first. So I started the reading saying Libra, and Leo just kept coming up. I'm like, no, I'm doing Libra. And then, wait, did I say the prayer? I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Libra collective needs to know? So I already went through the reading, and then I had to, and then the alarm went off on my phone. So I had to start all over. And so when I was about to start all over, I strongly heard Leo, like, bitch, didn't you hear me say Leo? Leo. So then I had to do the Leo reading. Now I feel way better because I did the reading. Because the Libra reading that I did feel a little bit off, but I think it was because of the Leo collective's energy bombarding this reading. So whatever, it happens. It happens. That collective is really going through this energy of like, that's something that they have to temper right now. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Leo, and that's why I have to talk about this, but they're going through this energy of being empowered, but they have to learn how to temper it and be mindful of others in the process. They're doing the right thing, being empowered, but they have to also make sure, like, hey, don't step on toes here. All right, so I know what that previous reading was about. Let's see what this reading, if this is going to come out the same way. All right, there's a realization. Someone's seeing the truth here because they're following their intuition with the High Priestess, all right? I'll just tell you what the previous reading was about before I get into this. Pretty much, it's the realization of, hey, this thing isn't working anymore for me. It very much mirrored the Taurus reading for this month as well. Or for this batch of readings, where someone has one path, they realize, if it's a relationship, it's like, I kept trying to make passion happen with this relationship over and over again, it just wasn't working. And then it's the realization of, it's not working because something is wrong here. It's not working because it just doesn't work. There's just no compatibility. They just can't give me what I want. And it's a realization of, this is what I want, this is what I'm getting, and they're not matching up. And there's no, they don't have the capacity to give me this. So it's that realization. It does lead to this breakthrough energy. That's what I was saying at that point with this Emperor. The Emperor came out before, it's coming out again. It does seem like it is an intuitive hit that happens, that triggers this awakening within someone. Someone gets jolted into Emperor mode, and they realize, I'm an Emperor, and this Emperor, I just heard Emperor wants and Emperor gets. What? Somebody wants something, and they're like, these are my Emperor needs, So let's say before they were Emperor, they were King of Wands or something like that. And their needs were based on that level of their capacity to love, or that level of emotional maturity, that level of just maturity in general. So someone wisened up, got more mature, something like that, but they evolved, okay? It's a breakthrough, and now it's like, I'm Emperor and I deserve more. This energy is kind of funny. Emperor wants, Emperor gets. Now, here's the little rub when it comes to this energy, because someone got to that point, or before they got to that point, I feel like they were Emperor in reverse. It was Emperor wants, Emperor gets, right? But it was misguided because they were in a situation let's say they were in a relationship that couldn't give them, it just didn't have the capacity. They were with someone who didn't have the capacity to give them the love that they wanted, but they tried to control it and mold it and make this person give them what they wanted, or something like that was happening. Like, Emperor wants, Emperor gets, give this to me, you know. But now it's like more balanced, like, oh, they can give it to me. Emperor wants, Emperor gets, great. Let me go out and get it. Let me go out and find that. As opposed to trying to make this fit, make this a puzzle piece that, trying to turn this into the puzzle piece that I need, and it's not, you know. So it did have some type of devil energy, that control energy going on there, where somebody's trying to create an opportunity with a situation that just wasn't the opportunity. All right, it's like when you're working at a job and you want to move up the corporate ladder, or you want a certain amount of money, but there's so much you can do with a dead-end job, and it's a realization like, oh, this is a dead-end job. They're not going to I've been working there for so many years, and they're just not going to promote, or they're not going to give me this raise. I have to just accept that. Emperor wants, Emperor gets. So first I was trying to cheat and steal, lie, cheat and steal to make sure I get up that corporate ladder, or whatever the case is, and get that promotion. But now I realize, no, there's just a ceiling to what I can experience with this situation. Now that I realize that, like, it just simply can't give me what I want, I have to go out and get it. So it's more of a balanced Emperor wants, Emperor gets energy. That's so funny. It's definitely some empowerment, okay? An empowerment that comes from growth, an empowerment that comes from believing that you deserve what you want, you know? This energy is funny. It's super masculine too. It's making me blush. Okay. All right. So just be mindful of that. If this is you or someone else, be mindful of that. We do have that Queen of Wands coming out in reverse. All right, so yeah, so the Queen of Wands represents whatever that path is that is has a ceiling to how much experience, how much love you can experience. It seems like it's a path that you're already committed to, a job that you've already been in for a really long time, or a person that you've been with for a very long time, and they just can't give you what you want. And it's a realization of that, and not holding on to that and trying to make them do it. So back to the Taurus reading, it was very similar. Please go and watch it, because I think you'd appreciate it if this is resonating with you so far. So someone needs to, I think someone, if they're stepping into this Emperor wants, Emperor gets energy, I feel like they are transitioning from trying to force things to happen in a situation where it's not, it doesn't have the right ingredients to give them what they want. And they're transitioning into this energy and this realization of, oh, I have to go and find it now. Okay? There is still a little bit, with the Seven of Cups, there is still a little bit of a confusion here as to how to navigate this energy. Someone is very clear that they are not getting what they want from a situation. That part is clear. That wasn't always clear. Someone didn't realize that their needs weren't being met completely, or they were ignoring that, all right? But now they got to this level of elevation where they realize my needs are not being met. Now they have to figure out what to do with that information. Are they going to try and force the situation to meet their needs, or are they going to realize that they have to go with the flow of this new energy? This new Emperor energy. It does seem like that's going to be different for everyone, because right now it's a little bit of a confusion as to what this means for them and their current situation. Ultimately, I feel like it does lead to, because I feel like this is at the tail end of the energy, to be honest. But everybody's going to be in a different phase of this transition. Oh, excuse me. Ultimately, I feel like someone is going to realize that they have to go and find what they want. Okay, with that Three of Swords and Six of Cups and Ace of Swords and a Hierophant. This looks like a separation. But they feel validated in that separation. That's what I'm feeling there, okay? Now with that, I'm gonna also say be compassionate about that, because it does feel like somebody's stepping into new power, Emperor once, Emperor gets, right? But like, just be mindful because you do have this commitment here. Just be mindful of how you treat this person. Because I feel like it is similar to that Leo energy. So maybe watch the Leo energy too, because someone is moving on. They finally get it. They finally get, I deserve more. I want more. I'm going to go and get more. Get out of my way, which is cool. But just be mindful of the people that you're bulldozing in the process, just like the Leo energy was bulldozing the Libra reading. Just make sure that you're not bulldozing in pursuit of what you want. It's coming from this place of kind of a little bit of resentment because it's like new Emperor energy. So someone hasn't settled into it, okay? It's still a little bit of, it's a good start. It's a good start to the energy, but someone has to balance that energy out a little bit, temper it a little bit. Watch their words. It's like because somebody was holding on to this false truth for so long with the Ace of Swords, it's like someone might be a little less tactful when they experience this awakening, this realization. Like, oh, I've been wasting my time with you. I'm out, you know? And it's like, don't move like that. Like, be compassionate here, all right? Just because you got to this level of empowerment, you can still just temper it, you know? Ground yourself. Stay grounded in this energy as you figure out what this energy means for you. It does have the feeling of a little bit of a Leo going over the top energy, a little bit too full of yourself. That's why I still feel like it's the beginning stages of Emperor. You're in this new vibe, and you have to understand what that power wields, what the responsibility is when it comes to that energy. Like, okay, you have this new power, you have this new confidence. You have to realize what it's like. If somebody is really good with words, right? They have to realize the power that possesses, right? Like, you can cut someone down with your words, or you can build someone up with your words. And it's like if somebody's just stepping into that power and just realizing, oh, this is how, they're just realizing this is my power, this is my superpower, this is my strength. They might use it all willy-nilly and not really temper it, or, you know, not know how to use it yet. Like a baby snake. Baby snakes, they're the most, they say like some of the venomous baby snakes, they're like the most dangerous because they don't know how to temper how much venom they put out. So when they bite something, they put all their venom into it, as opposed to, you know, adult snakes who understand how much to calculate, how much venom to spit out, right? So it's that type of energy, learning how to temper this new Emperor power here. That's on a learning curve, and it's just gonna be a process here. So you might step on a few toes in the process. It might be a little bit clunky, but it is a good start because it is a level of empowerment that needs to happen just in the beginning. It just might be a little bit weird. You know what? That's very interesting. It just made me think about a moment that I had with a therapist where they were saying, like, sometimes you have to, you know, just to get completely out of your box, you have to go completely left or completely right just to temper it in and find the balance, find the equilibrium again. So if you were like, if a kid was strict in a strict household. I use this example with Leos in a different capacity though. But if a kid was in a strict household, and they were so rigid, they were in such a rigid structure, they might have to go all the way to being super wild just to bring it back in, to find their equilibrium again. So that's what it seems like is happening here. With Leos, I gave that same example, but it was more of a warning for them, because I feel like they could probably flip off the handle being more fiery. You guys, I feel like you will have that inkling as well, but because of you're not a fire sign and you're not, you're air, it's just gonna come off, it's gonna be a little bit cooler. All right. So it's just something for you to be mindful of. All right. All right. What is the animal spirit? Clear out the clutter. When you clear out the clutter with compassion. All right. Don't be like, you ain't shit. You ain't ish. F you. You're cool. F you. Like, you don't have to move like that, right? I don't think you will, but I feel like the energy might be a little bit sharp. So just be mindful. Add some cups to the atmosphere, okay? Some grounded emotions and some compassion and empathy to the atmosphere as you're stepping into this new awakening, all right? Cow spirit, the miracles are endless, all right? So you are stepping into this beautiful, abundant energy as you realize, like, man, I deserve more. All right, just be nice in the sandbox. All right. Yeah, look at that. Be spirit, sweet results await. With this new empowerment comes the clearing of the old and the bringing in of this beautiful, bright energy. All right, which is amazing. Yeah, just make sure, just understand you are in the sandbox. That is life. That is earth. There are other kids playing in the sandbox with you, okay? So don't just be like, emperor wants, emperor gets, that's my toy now, right? So just be mindful of that. The emperor wouldn't move like that in the sandbox. The emperor's like, oh, it's a nice toy, okay? I understand what I like about that toy, okay? Oh, that's cool too, okay? And you're just gathering up energy, you're observing, you're more grounded, okay? In your approach. You're empathetic, like that toy is amazing, but all right, that's your toy. I'll wait my turn. I don't know, whatever the case is, all right? Just be a more balancing approach. You get what I'm saying? All right, anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. Watch the Taurus reading, more importantly. And then you can watch the Leo reading if you feel called to that title, okay? Yeah, let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out that info box below. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, peace.